The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We've got to talk about something really important right now.
Well, Ellie walked in just a few minutes ago, Nath, just before she was about to read the traffic, and she made an admission of what's going on in her car at the minute.
We were going to be talking about something else right now, and then we said, scrap that, we need to talk about this, because we need to find out if anyone else is as weird or weirder than you right now. Tell everyone what's going on.
Okay, so I said to you guys, right now, in this very moment, in the boot of my car, I have 18 porcelain dolls.
Come play with me.
18 porcelain dolls. Okay, why have you got 18 porcelain dolls in your car?
Well,
Straight away, you're a mass murderer.
You are. If you get pulled over by
that
the
is
cops,
psychopathic.
You're gone.
if I were to ever be searched by the police, I would just say, come play with me.
Come play with me.
But no, okay, so my grandma used to give me one porcelain doll every year for obviously a long time, maybe a couple in a year.
18 years, maybe?
Maybe, but maybe a couple a year.
Yeah.
And then I've carted them around for 30 years of my life, and I've just decided it's time to do something with them.
Oh, so they've always been in the car, have they?
No, they've
So every time you
I've got
leave,
one
you
in my
take the
coat
children.
right now.
Every time you leave home, you take the children with you.
Yes,
do you?
yes.
At least a giant pram down the street.
They're all strapped into the car seat.
Yes.
And so I've decided that they need to go to a better home now. They need to move on. And I've been talking to someone on Facebook Marketplace about taking them down to Bunbury for her.
But this person has stopped communicating with
stopped
you?
communicating with me now, which was to be expected if you're buying 18 porcelain dolls of someone.
That person's obviously busy with the other person they've got trapped in their basement.
Absolutely, Nathan. That is a weird thing, and we're talking about if you were pulled up or if your car broke down
Yes.
or any of those things, and someone went, "Oh my
Oh
lord!"
my God! Like they come from a good place, yeah. Obviously.
I think it's a mistake for you to get rid of them.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think that you have researched these dolls well enough, because if it's been the past 20 years or so that your grandmother's been giving these out,
Yes, yeah.
Like there could be one that you don't know is worth something. You need to dive into that a little bit more, because I'm just worried that in a month's time we're going to read an article on Perth Now about this Bunbury woman who said that she got a whole pile of these porcelain dolls from some woman that didn't know how much they were worth, and now come and look at my $4 million mansion. Could you ever get over that?
I would not recover from that.
You'd never recover.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So you think I should hold on to them?
I do think. I think you need to hold on to
also
them and then
research.
do a bit of research and see if there is any. Because I mean, really, if you've got room in your storage, stuff like that, they're still in the boxes, aren't they?
Yeah, there's also.
Dude, whack him in storage.
Do you
never
want
know.
one?
No, I'll do some research and pick one.
Hey, whatever you do, take them out of your car because it doesn't look good.
It doesn't.
Why? They're my kids.
We want to see right now if there is anyone listening that has something as strange or even stranger or more unusual in their car, right? Ali has 18 porcelain dolls.
Nothing weird.
Do you have something of interest in your car? And we're going to give somebody $150 to spend at the Quarry Bar and Brasserie. This place is great. $10 ribs on Thursday, Sean.
Oh,
at the
see you
Quarry
there.
Bar and Brasserie in Hammond Park. You can hit up the Quarry, thequarry.com.au. We just want to know, what's an unusual thing that you've got in your car right now? Ali has 18 porcelain dolls.
Come play with me.
That's Annabelle. Hi, Ben.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Yeah,
Good, Ben.
All right, Ben. 18 porcelain dolls Ellie's got. You'd think she was murdering you if you come across them in a car, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's scary. You can't
know.
drive around with that, can we?
No.
Duh.
What have you got in your car,
No.
Ben?
Well, when I was younger, my dad used to have a lot of mascots in his truck. And my son was about 3, and we pulled out the old Smurfs,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we found this little mini Papa Smurf. And, he loves calling me Papa, so now Papa Smurf sits in the front of my dash up there, and he's like our little mascot, and he's cool. Yeah, we get comments all the time about it.
Okay, so how big is your Papa Smurf? Oh.
He's tiny. He'd be only maybe 5 centimetres, and he squeezes in just enough so he can
Yeah, but
squeeze
it's
in the
winter.
dash. Every now and then he needs an adjustment and a bit of blue tack on his feet 'cause he does fall off sometimes.
I remember they used to give away. It was a BP when I was a kid, and there was a promotion where they gave away
That's it.
Smurfs. Was
Oh,
it
so
the
they got
BP
it.
Smurfs? Was it the BP
Well,
Smurfs? Was it?
I I really don't know where Papa comes from, but we found him in the toy box, and we've got a half that's for the car that's going to go in the car.
Yeah,
I've
right,
never been a toy on a dash person.
Nah.
But that's okay. One little Smurf. One little Smurf is fine.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's it. And he hides very discreetly. It's not like he's popping out like the 18 porcelain dolls and all.
Yeah. No, that's great, Ben. All right. So you to me, you're not murdery at all. Let's go to Megan in Byford. Hi, Megan.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Good, Megan.
All right, Megan. So cars usually have just normal things that cars have in them. What does yours have in it?
I don't know, it's probably been sitting in there a month now. A month ago I seen on Facebook for free a little animal pet water fountain thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I could probably use that. Yeah. So I went and picked it up, and it was just really tiny. It was a lot smaller than what I anticipated. So, and I've got a dog that I was going to use it for. I think it's more so for a cat. So it's kind of just sat in the back of my car on the floor.
A pet water fountain.
just sitting there randomly. I've had people, because I do community service work, so I'm a support worker, so I take people shopping sometimes and things. So I've had people get in the car and kind of see it sitting in the back seat and, oh, what's that?
Is it made of plastic or is it heavier materials there, Megan?
So it's plastic. It's got a little plug thing on it, and the top bit of it's plastic. And yeah, it's not really heavy materials. It's just something small that's rolling around in the back of my car randomly.
Are you going to use it, or is it just going to sit in your car? Are you going to get rid of it?
I'm probably not going to use it. I'm contemplating whether just to ditch it or maybe just pass it on to somebody else that might be able to use it.
Well, if you're thinking of passing it on to someone else, do you think that maybe it could be the perfect size for 18 porcelain dolls to have a pool party with?
Maybe one at a time.
Yeah. We'll hook you up.
We'll meet you in the car park. We'll open your boot, Ella's boot. We'll do a deal. It's fantastic.
We have $150 to spend at the Quarry Bar and Brasserie. It's going to go to you, Megan.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, $10 ribs on Thursdays. That's tonight. Bloody ripper.
There you go, everyone. Get down there and get some ribs.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Joel Corey, he's absolutely jacked at the moment. He's going hard in the gym.
I think
As.
I think it's great that you are following Joel Corey's body. Oh, it's not.
Well, that's not the photo I'm talking about. Yeah, what? Yeah.
So is he the one that is he the celebrity you think's the hottest?
Oh no, I'm not going there. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you're the one that's googling his
I seen him in the gym with somebody.
You saw him in the gym with somebody.
It's going hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you sure you could see through the steam of the sauna? Hey, we've got something very important to do right now, and I think it's mandatory. Sean,
okay.
What do you think?
It's an intervention, I think, of some sort.
It is. We'd like to welcome to the show Ruby. Hello, Ruby. Ruby answers the phones here. Ruby went to go and let Sam in a little bit earlier on. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. And
Sam,
you know that
you didn't have your pass, did you? No, you didn't have his pass.
And you know we've got cameras that go all the way around the building, including down in the lift.
We've got CCTV, right, down here. So we're sitting here minding our own business, and then next minute we see Ruby leave the elevator to go and get Sam on the ground floor outside. And then what did Ruby do when she was outside?
She seemed to have something in her hand that was producing smoke coming out of it, Nath.
It was like a burning kazoo. Ruby, did you have a quick vape?
No.
You did?
Leave me alone. I didn't. It was cold out there.
What's that?
It was freezing, so I forgot my pass. I'm shivering outside, trying to climbing
so
into the
cold.
elevator. She's like, wait 1 second. Just pokes her head out, just around.
Yeah. And then you just get a face full of cookies and cream.
I thought you gave up the vapes.
You told me you gave up the vapes.
I did. I quit them.
Did you?
Yeah, I still quit them.
Did you tell your mouth?
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Let's talk about the splits of the century.
$35 billion here, Trace. We're talking about the forests.
Yes. After 31 years.
31
separation.
years.
Living apart.
Yep.
But unlikely to get a divorce. I'd say that's probably potentially for the financial reasons. But, that's big money.
Do you need a divorce if you, and I'm only thinking of Nicola for this, do you need a divorce if you're getting all the money in the world anyway? Because normally it's a divorce. I mean, you're changing names and stuff, but it's a kind of a financial separation is almost the biggest thing that takes place when you get divorced.
I think it's more involved with the companies that they're both part of.
No, I understand why they're not doing it, but I guess the reason you don't need a divorce in these circumstances, do you? Because it creates more trouble, and you're getting them all the money anyway.
Well, look, I think that if you've had a really messy split, then you want to be officially like detached from this person.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
think they've had that.
No.
And I think that I suppose the only reason for a divorce is if you're going to move on.
Yes.
And marry someone else. So that might be a thing that you leave until later, because this isn't just like, you know, who gets the dog. These people own some stuff.
They own some stuff. They
pretty
do,
amazing
big
stuff. Yeah. It still blows my mind that they said that their children won't inherit the vast majority of their wealth. That still blows my mind.
They've got enough to get by, but a lot of, I mean, they're just doing so much, pouring it into charity groups.
That's right.
Yeah. So Nicola said on the Australian Story, she said that she didn't want her children to be burdened by immense funds. I would love 5 minutes of being burdened.
I know.
Even just a little taste of being burdened.
That'd be amazing.
They are quite frugal, from what I've heard, because I've interviewed Grace Forrest, their daughter, before, and she does a lot of philanthropic
Is she the actor
work.
one as well? Is that
No,
Sophie?
that's Sophie.
Yeah.
So Grace was saying that her mum, Nicola, they reuse their, you know, those sandwich
Bags?
the bags.
They reuse the sandwich bags, and that's how they made all their money.
They're trying to I guess, you know, be environmentally friendly, that sort of stuff. So yeah, she was explaining all that to me. I was like, wow, because I was talking to Grace about she's doing some sort of recycling thing with fashion and clothing and that sort of stuff, and how it's sort of, and she's gone worldwide. But yes, that's the story. Apparently they're quite frugal. So there you
Well,
go.
I'll tell you what, they've got some massive property down in Cottesloe, and one which they're building on a Marine Parade as we speak. Not sure how frugal they're going with the interior design there.
No, the reason why they can afford that is because they've been washing out their sandwich bags, Sean.
That's the reason they can pay for stuff on Marine Parade.
They do amazing stuff with their money. They are, and they said that they don't want to die with a whole pile of money, and they want to be able to do stuff. And remember when all those billionaires around the world pledged X amount of their wealth? They're part of that.
Yeah,
it was interesting though. Have a read today of this couple. So they met at a house party in 1988, which is the bicentenary. So that was a big year.
In Brisbane, everyone was doing it in Brisbane.
And they were due to wed in 1991. However, the wedding was postponed because Andrew got cold feet. So imagine like saying, "Will you marry me?" Yep. And then suddenly pulling out, and then the couple got back together on a trip to Europe when he proposed for a second time.
Well, she left. She's like, "All right, I'm going to go travel." He followed her. That's according to Nicola's story.
Yes.
Yeah, he followed her and then proposed again.
Realised that she was the one for 31 years.
If I mistakenly,
and not a minute longer.
This is a public announcement. If I mistakenly say no to the proposal of a billionaire, you have the green light to follow me and ask for a second time.
It's not a bad thing though, Trace, because Liam has given you 2.5 years warranty.
Yes,
and
I've got 2.5 years
Nicola
warranty.
got 31 years.
Yeah, I know.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I know. My expiry date's coming up.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.